This segment of Panther Sports Talk is brought to you by Lincoln Savings Bank. At home in Iowa, at work for you.
The UNI Panthers win 2 games before a week off for finals week, as the Panthers are 5-4 on the season. 2 big wins, and records were falling. Coach, the most recent one, Jeremy Morgan, completely went off in the second half. A McLeod Center record, 38 points. It came against North Dakota, and again, all of them in the second half. Just an outstanding 20-minute performance.
Yeah, it was, and it was one of those things that I don't know that anybody. Well, I do know that there wasn't anybody that had an idea that it was coming. I mean, in terms of a game plan, in terms of what Jeremy was thinking, in terms of what his teammates were thinking, you don't. That kind of thing just happens, and obviously we've never had it happen before. But when you see it, in different guys around the country, you wonder sometimes if that's part of the plan, and I can tell you that it's not. There's no. That just kind of became evident as that second half started, that Jeremy was, had a favorable matchup, and then as they changed defenders, it didn't seem to matter. So the favorable matchup continued no matter who they put on him. And it's fun to see one of your guys do that. I think it's fun for his teammates to see that. Fun for our fans, but most importantly, and Jeremy, I'm sure would tell you the same thing. Most importantly, we needed it. It helped us win the basketball game. You got the win. He was named Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Week. What does it maybe tell you about his preparedness for his role as one of the top leaders on this team? Yeah, and it's even in the first couple of weeks here, it's already changing. He's already become more comfortable. He's never been a big time scorer. That he's always been his versatility has always shown up. He's always been a very good defender, a very high level defender, and he's shown it. Each of the years that he's been with us, in particular the past 2, and now of course this year, in terms of getting deflections, blocking shots, getting rebounds, and so that's always been a big part of his game. But he, even when he was more of a primary scorer, when he was a junior and senior in high school, he's never been what you don't look at him and say that guy is a big time scorer. So the past. The past 2-3 weeks, you can just see him getting more comfortable with having that as being part of what he needs to do for this basketball team. And I think to me the most impressive thing is on Wednesday night he had 7 assists, and then he turns around on Saturday and goes big in that second half. It wasn't like Wednesday he was trying to get 38.5, and I don't think he was trying to get 38.5 against North Dakota. And so that's where I think he's developed the most, is creating offense. You get 7 assists on Wednesday night, you come back and you got to score some points, and he does that on Saturday. Those 7 assists helped UNI to another school record, 23 pointers made in a single game against South Dakota State. Guys were getting some good shots, but you still got to knock them down. Yeah, and there was a number of guys that made shots, and fun to see Hunter Rhodes as a new guy to the program this year. He made 6 of them coming off the bench. Spencer Haldeman has played well, played really well for a redshirt freshman, and he made some of them. And Jeremy obviously made a handful of them in that first half. And so good to see different guys make them. But the guy that I talked about after the game and in the locker room was Hunter Rhodes. His minutes have been kind of back and forth. Some nights he's played more than others, and to come into that game and have the confidence to step up and make shots against South Dakota State when they were playing his zone, I thought was a really good performance on his part. Yeah, finished with 20 points. What do you like about the newcomers? Him, Jordan Ashton, you mentioned Spencer Haldeman, kind of having or showing the ability to come up and score some points when needed. Yeah, they have. And Jawan McLeod, Isaiah Brown, those guys, even Justin Dahl got some minutes at Wyoming. Now we're up to 6, new guys and first-year guys for us, and there's been a lot of fun in that to see. I think for our staff and I think for the guys as a team to see the younger guys or the newer guys, have their moments and do some things at a higher level, and that's obviously going to be important for our team because that's half or over half of our team that's playing significant minutes right now. So their development's going to be important, but for me, fun to see them play with confidence. Coach, the non-conference schedule, just a couple games left. What are you pleased that you've seen out of the team so far? Well, we really defended well and competed hard in the tournament down in Orlando. I thought, in some ways, looking back on it, that's as hard as we've played defensively and as competitive as we have been. You know, just coming out of the gate in that tournament in Orlando, and things got a little tougher for us. And then the guys were able to fight back last week and play good basketball and find a way to protect our home floor. And so, you know, a lot's happened already, and the guys have stuck with it pretty good. And that's going to be important for our team when you got this many new guys and just a different group. You know, things aren't going to go I've said it before. Things aren't going to go perfect. That's part of the way this is. So they've hung in there pretty good. Now we got to get better again defensively, and we got to rebound the ball.
Yep, 2 more non-conference games for the UNI Panthers coming up. A big one in the state of Iowa, and then they head east. More with Coach Jake after this.